thanks for coming in. Yeah, I know. We've spoken on the phone so often, but we've never met face to face, so it's great to finally meet you. Okay. Well, I know that your wedding is still a few months off, but it's always better to plan well in advance. So I thought I'd bring you in today to just kind of go over some of the basics of the wedding so we can get an idea of what budget we might be looking at and what vendors we need to hire and that sort of thing. Does that sound like a plan? Okay, great. Okay, well, as we're talking here, I am going to be taking down just some basic notes in my trusty journal here. Yeah. Okay. Well, I know that you are having a summer wedding. From what we spoke about on the phone, and you did want it to be a kind of romantic colors, and you wanted it to be soft pinks and whites with some hints of red. Okay, now how many people are going to be in the bridal party? So how many bridesmaids are you having and how many groomsmen? Okay, so 6 of each, and then you're a matron of honor and then a best man. Okay, so 7 total. Alright, that's great. Okay, and are you planning on having a flower girl there and a ring bearer? Yes. Okay, your niece and nephew. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay. And how old are they? Alright. Well, I'm pretty much just want to focus on the wardrobe for right now, so the different dresses and the suits that we'll have to get, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the menu and the decorations, the floral arrangements, that sort of thing. That's right. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll just go ahead and talk about the actual attire today, and then we'll schedule another meeting because I know you're kind of pressed for time today. That's perfectly fine. Yeah. All right. So now you said that you already have your dress picked out, correct? It's the dress your mother wore for her wedding. Oh, that's so wonderful. That's great. I'm sure she's happy about that. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we don't need to worry about that then. And will your fiance be renting a tux? He will be, okay. So we'll have to include him in the arrangements. Okay. So you don't really want me to handle any of the tux stuff. You don't need me to take care of that, just mainly the bridesmaids' dresses. Okay, that's fantastic. Alright, yeah, he's gonna take care of that. Okay, that makes sense. Well, that's great that he's involved like that, yeah. I know a lot of, future grooms don't get very involved with the process, so that's great that he's helping you out with it. So let me go ahead and I actually got out this catalog. So let me, actually this is the wrong one. Give me just a moment. I'll be right back with the correct catalog. Hold on. Okay. Thanks for waiting. Sorry about that. I thought I had the right one in front of me, but I didn't. Okay. So, let me find, I've marked them here. Okay. This one I thought was wonderful. Again, you told me that you wanted the bridesmaids' dresses mainly pink or white, correct? Yeah, okay, so not so much the red ones. Okay. Well, I kind of picked out some dresses here now. I went for more of the fit and the style because you can actually have a lot of these dyed to the color that you want. So I went for more of the fit and the style rather than the actual color. Yeah, we actually work very closely with our designers, and they can just color it whatever Yeah, they can dye it to whatever color you prefer. That's correct. Okay. Let me just adjust here on our sofa. Okay. Yeah, this sofa is really comfortable. I actually like to have it in the office just because it's better than sitting at a desk. It seemed to be more, homey. So, yeah. Okay. This one right here. I thought this one was great. I love the way it flows like that. And as you can see, the bodice design is just beautiful. Yeah, it is strapless. I didn't know if you wanted to go with straps or strapless, but again, any of the strapless gowns you can add straps to. Yeah, you can customize a lot of these things, which is great. Okay. Yeah, that dress is actually called the Midsummer Night's Dream. I thought that was such a great name for a dress. Okay. This dress right here really caught my eye as well. I had a bride that used this a couple of years back actually, and it was just, it's timeless. It's really a timeless dress. Yeah, well it is cut at a certain length there at the knee. But again, you can always add on an inch or two here or there, take away an inch or two, whatever look you're going for, really. Mm-hmm. Okay, this dress here was great, I thought. I loved the way it fit her waist like that. Well, I'm not quite sure what body types your different bridesmaids have, but I think this goes with a lot of different body types actually, just because it is so flattering. Yeah, well that is, again, you can get that in any color, so whatever color, pink or white you wanted, if you wanted an off-white, a pearl white, or if you wanted a pale pink, or fuchsia, whatever color you wanted, yeah. And then this is the last one I had marked. I thought this was one of my favorites personally. I really like the way that it fits her. It fits her on the top and in the bottom, if that makes sense. So it flows really nicely off of her legs. But then the bodice is just so gorgeous. And again, I think this is flattering for so many different body types. Okay, well, of course, you can take as much time as you like to think about it, but you were leaning more toward the fourth one. Okay, good. That was one of my favorites. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that was all that I had marked there. Let me just double check here. Yeah, that was all that I had marked. But, so you did like the fourth one? Okay, that's great. Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and mark that in my notes here. Let me write that down. That one was actually called the Juliet. That's a great name, I think, too. They always think of such creative names for these bridesmaids' dresses, especially our designers. They come up with some great names. Okay. So now, do you still have a few minutes to kind of discuss maybe just some of the details of the wedding? Yeah, I was thinking maybe if you had a few minutes, we could go over some of the different design options that you'd like to go with. Okay, well, let's talk about flowers first. Now, what kind of flowers were you thinking about having there? Okay. That's great. Those are lovely this time of year. Chrysanthemums, yeah. And your wedding is going to be in the summer, so I believe they're in season during that time, right? It's in the spring anyway. I'll have to double check. I'm not as read up on my flower arrangements as I should be. Okay, so you want basically red and white chrysanthemums all in the venue? All right. That sounds lovely. Okay. So now, are we going to be renting chairs as well for the space? Okay. So now, what kind of chairs were you thinking? Were you just thinking kind of more something basic, kind of like white fold-outs? Yeah. Well, those are usually the most budget-friendly, and what we could do is we could do that and then tie nice ribbons around it, maybe some nice pink or red ribbons, and that kind of tie in with the theme that you're going for. All right? Okay. Great. See, it's all coming together. It just, we'll just have a few meetings and we'll just kind of iron out all the kinks, and we'll make it happen for you. I really want you to be sure not to stress over it. I'll take care of all of the arrangements, and you don't need to worry or stress over anything. Okay? Yeah, I know it can be a little hectic, especially you have to deal with, your everyday life, and then the planning aspect of everything. It can be a little overwhelming, so just know that I'm here to help you, okay? So now, what kind of runner were you thinking for the aisle? Just a nice satin runner. Okay, just traditional white. Lovely. Okay. Yeah, I actually have connections with quite a few vendors, so that won't be a problem at all. We'll just go ahead and I'll give them a call and we'll get a good deal on them for you. It's actually the same vendor who's going to be renting the chairs out to us, so they always give me a good discount. Okay, so now were there any elements that you really wanted to have at the event? For instance, did you want to have an ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain, or did you want to rent doves? Was there anything that really stands out in your mind that you want to be sure to include? I know every bride usually has one or two elements that, they can't do without, so I always ask that all-important question. Okay. So you would like a chocolate fountain, okay. With strawberries and various fruits, okay. And you want, okay, well that's elegant. You want to arrive in a horse-drawn carriage. Beautiful. Now, at a later time, we'll go ahead and go over, have you already thought about the wedding favors, or is that still kind of up in the air? Okay. Well, we'll go over that then, too. I'm just making notes for everything that we need to cover still. It's not a problem. We'll just break it up into little bits and do it that way. Now, were there any other elements that you really want to include? Okay, so you want to release butterflies at the end. Oh, that's terrific. I don't think I've ever had someone do that. I'm going to have to contact another vendor and see if they do that. I know they usually do doves and that sort of thing, but I'll find out about the butterflies. I'm sure it's possible. Anything's possible, really, when it comes to your big day, so I will look into that definitely. Okay. Now, oh, okay, so there's no really specific type of butterfly, it's just butterflies in general. And so you do have a second choice, though, just in case. So you'd be fine with doves if they're, oh, all right. Okay, great. It's good to know that you're a bit flexible on that, because I have some brides, and, I don't like to speak ill of people, but some are quite stubborn and quite fixed on what they want, so it's good to know that you're a bit flexible about at least, some of the details. That's great. And now I understand that there are going to be plenty of things that you won't budge on, and that's yeah, totally all right, because it's your special day and you should have it just the way you want it. So, okay. Now, just one other thing. I know that we don't have too much time, but have you given any thought to the cake yet? So you already have kind of an idea of what you want. Okay, so you want a 3-tiered cake. Okay. And now, do you know kind of, yeah, what kind of filling you want, or what kind of cake? So just, okay, so normal kind of white vanilla cake with strawberry filling on one tier, chocolate ganache on the other, and then lemon on the top. Okay. It's so great that you already have all these things in mind. It makes my job a lot easier, so thank you for that. It takes the guesswork out of it. Alright. And what kind of frosting? Just vanilla fondant. Great. And of course we'll go over the details of the cake and stuff. I just want to get an idea of what you wanted down in my notebook. That way I have it for future reference when we do the cake tasting and that sort of thing. Okay. All right, well, I think we're all set then. I'll let you go because I know you're... What time works best for you next week? What day? Okay, that works for me too. Okay. So I'll put you down the schedule here, and then I'll see you then, and then we'll talk about the wedding cakes. Okay, great. Well, you have a great day.